things to be in order here. Alrighty. Welcome back. We are here, continuing on with some more Run and Bun. Picking up from a really exciting stream the last time. We're coming off the heels of defeating all of Norman's gym, and ended up being able to beat Norman deathless, which is something I've never been able to accomplish. I think I've beaten Norman 5 times. Every single time I've always had to do a sacrifice. So yeah, that was pretty cool. So I'll probably want to edit that stream into a video just to upload. But with that done, I'm just gonna do a quick little stream here, just because the immediate next thing that we have to do is defeat the Winstrates to be able to access the desert. And I took some time prepping a line for it, and I think I have a pretty smooth line for the team. One big thing to note is because I was able to delay my Lanoon, I do have access to early Sucker Punch, and I was lucky to get the 50-50 guts ability on this guy. So this guy's a monster, and I gave him Facade as well. So this guy's gonna come really handy this split, and he's gonna come. His usefulness is gonna come right away with the Winstrates, and I'll be able to show off a cool little strategy using him. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna pretty much do, because I do have some work, and I was gonna go work out first before doing that. So yeah, this will just be a very quick stream. So first things we need to do though is there are a few trainers leading up to the Winstrates that I have to defeat first. So I'm gonna do those first, and then we will handle the Winstrates themselves. It's just a few trainers. They're technically a part of Watson Split, so they're at this point super underleveled compared to all my guys, so it should definitely not be a problem. So let's see. Yeah, so why don't we go ahead. Let's see. What's up in the chat? Lori? Good to have you. Hope you're doing well. Let's see, pray it away. Yes, I agree, amen. I love listening to just some Christian lo-fi. Thankfully, the lo-fi Christian doesn't copyright strike people. It's so makes it handy for streaming. Alright, so let's go ahead and start doing some of these trainers here. We got a double battle to start off with. Yeah, this will be a very easy fight. Also got Compound Eyes Hurricane on the Vivillon here, so we'll just KO these guys. Alright, so do that. We'll Hurricane, Sky Uppercut. And then just one more guy. Very easy. Lori, those are some interesting emotes you got there. Let's see. So next one, let's see. I think we could just do. Yeah, I think Vivillon just kind of eats these guys for breakfast here. Let's see, Bianca. My bug's better than your bug. Yeah. Guaranteed accurate hurricanes is pretty useful. It's kind of like a mini Mega Pidgeot. Alright, just one more here. Let's see, last one. This was the one with the Oricorio. Let's see. Let's see, no. Just checking if there's no priority moves here. Doesn't look like it. Yeah. I think I'll show off the Obstagoon here. Get him pre-burned here. What's up, Sancho? This is a fan-made version of Pokemon Emerald called Run&Bun. It's basically a modified version that updates the game to have all the current, or at least up to Generation 8 Pokemon. And makes every single fight way more difficult with a custom AI built. And I'm doing a hardcore Nuzlocke, which means that if one of my Pokemon faints in a battle, I have to discard it and not be able to use it. So far in this run, I am at 4 badges and 4 deaths per se. Yeah, I could show that here. Yeah, these are all the mons currently in my box, and then this is the death box here. All these ones fainted in a battle, and I can't use anymore. So, yeah, very, very difficult challenge. Only about 70 people have beaten it up to this point, so I'm a kind of person who enjoys doing things as hard as I can. I think it's like, you know, get the satisfaction of completing a really hard challenge, so. Let's see here. Let's see. No priority moves, no sturdy, no focus sashes. Alright, we're good. Alright, so Obstagoon will just sweep this guy here. Alright. Guts Obstagoon. Super strong. Yep, that easy. Alright. Alright, so that was all the prerequisite trainers before the Winstrates here. And the Winstrates are a family of 4. 4 battles each back to back, meaning you can't heal or save in between battles. You have to take them all one by one with the same team. So can be quite of a challenge depending on what box you have, but with my box here, I think I have a pretty good line. So I think it'll be a pretty cool fight to see here. So I'm using this team. Let me equip them the items I need. So let's see. I need citrus for you. I need a citrus for you. Pecha berry for you. And then I guess some extra ones. Let's see. Lore, like I said, it's a Pokemon Run&Bun fan-made ROM hack of Emerald. Alright, so let's see. Let me triple check some of my calculations here. Let's see. I think yeah, I need a cherry berry for my Infernape. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're good here. Yeah, for the most part, this fight should be pretty straightforward. There's a couple points between the 4 fights where some very, very, very low chance of poor luck happening, but it's like less than a 0.01% chance, so not even considering that. Yeah, so I have 4 badges up to this point. I've been 4 gyms so far. Right now I'm on the split of the game going towards the Flannery's gym, which in this game is the 5th gym. So the Winstrates are up here. So before I start the fight, one really important thing I need to do is I need to pre-toxic my Obstagoon. I'm gonna do that using a script, but technically at this point, you can encounter wild Nidorinos that have Poison Fang, which can toxic you. So rather than spending a lot of time letting that happen, it's just easier to do it yourself. So pre-toxic. Yeah, like that. Yeah, and that'll give me a boost in attack because of the guts ability. Alright, so we are about to start the fight here, so let's lock in a little bit. Put the game audio on. Alright, let me just triple check all my steps here. Let's see. You. Let's see. Yeah, I think we should be looking good here. So let me just triple check all my items. So citrus, cherry, none, citrus, pecha, citrus. Yeah, this should be good. Alright, so like I said, it's gonna be 4 fights all back to back. I can't heal or change my team in between each fight. I have to do each one by one until I've defeated all of them. With the 4th one being the real boss of the family. So yeah, why don't we just go ahead, just quadruple checking one more thing. You really can't be too sure because I want to make sure I've accounted for everything here. Yeah, we should be good. Alright, so let's go ahead and start this fight. Hello, I'll take it you're a traveler, and you've got 4 Pokemon badges too. How's this? What do you say to taking on our family of 4 in a series of Pokemon battles? Sure. It's not like I have a choice. Alright, Winstrates Victor, first of the family. It's only got 2 Mons. Alright, so 2 cannon here. Very simply, I'm just going to outspeed KO with Facade to take it out. Take a little bit of toxic damage. This brings in Emolga. He's going to see highest damage Thunderbolt. I'm going to swap to Infernape to take the Thunderbolt. I'm holding a Cherry Berry in case if the Thunderbolt paralyzes me. Ideally, we don't like to not see a crit here. Alright, perfect. Yep, that's why I have the Cherry Berry. Alright, and now just simply outspeed and KO with Overheat. Alright, so that's the first of the 4 fights. Pretty simple. Each one's gonna get slightly more difficult as they go on. Alright, so next up we have the mother of the family. Got Winstrates Victoria. Alright, so she's gonna lead Abomasnow. This Abomasnow I also just simply outspeed and KO with Facade. It knows Ice Shard, so which is a priority, so it'll attack with that first before going down. And all that is accounted for here. So Ice Shard, it'll do a little bit of damage. Alright, so Abomasnow goes down. This should bring in Send a Scorch next. So now this Send a Scorch, it has a couple things. So it's got the moves Fire Lash and Skitter Smack, which both reduce stats, and it also has Coil with Protect. My Obstagoon here just barely doesn't have a guaranteed KO. It's only 93.8%. No point in risking that, and I also don't want to take the extra poison chip, so it is very, very likely to go for Protect, considering that I do have a status, which the AI, if you have a status, the AI is more incentivized to click Protect. Or it will attack with Skitter Smack. So for either case, I'm going to swap to my Vivillon for either move. So it does Protect. Perfect. So now it can't Protect on this turn. So I'm going to put it to sleep with Sleep Powder. So it's put to sleep. My Vivillon can two-shot this, but if it gets a turn 1 wake up, I die to Fire Lash. So instead, I'm going to swap to my Floatzel. Hopefully it doesn't wake up turn 1, and I could just simply take it out on the next turn here. Alright, perfect. Stay asleep. So now I could just simply go for Fake Out into Liquidation for a guaranteed KO. Woke up. Oh, he is Protect. You kind of messed with me there. Alright, that should be okay. Liquidation is is not a guaranteed, but it's likely to. So let's just see this hopefully one shot here. Oh, just barely. Skitter Smack. That's fine. That should be fine. Oh, that's a little more damage than I was expecting. Okay. That might be a little bit of... might cause a little bit of an issue later. Alright, but we'll take this out. Yeah, I probably should have equipped a Muscle Band to make that a guaranteed KO. Alright, so now it's going to bring in Seismitoad, which will most likely go for Earth Power. So I'm going to swap to my Meganium. It could also Toxic, which I'm holding a Pecha Berry if it does. See, Christopher, no, this is Run&Bun. But I have played a little bit of Elite Redux. That's a cool game too. Alright, so we outspeed with Magical Leaf. It's not guaranteed, but it's fine if it doesn't KO. I can just KO the next turn. Alright, perfect. Alright, so that extra damage on the Floatzel might be a little troublesome later, but hopefully it should be fine. Alright, so now we have the daughter here of the Winstrates. Alright, so Winstrate Vicky. She's gonna lead a Rabombi. And this thing does outspeed my Obstagoon. So it's most likely gonna go for Dazzling Gleam. It could also potentially go for a Signal Beam. I'd much prefer Dazzling Gleam because if it goes for Signal Beam and Signal Beam confuses, that could be an issue. I couldn't hold a Person Berry because I needed a Citrus to have more health later in this fight. So hopefully it just clicks Dazzling Gleam both times. So let's see that here. Okay, perfect. That's what we want to see. Alright, now it's most likely going to go for another Dazzling Gleam, and I'll simply KO with Flash Cannon. It'll take 2 because it has a Focus Sash. Okay, Signal Beam. No confusion, please. Thank you. Alright, held on. Take one more hit here. Signal Beam, don't confuse, don't confuse. Perfect. Citrus Berry to recover a little health, that's going to be important later. Alright, so Rabombi goes down. This should bait in the Flygon. Alright, so Flygon here sees that it KOs with either Scorching Sands or Flamethrower. So, this is the part where the extra damage could be an issue here. If it goes for a Scorching Sand and gets a crit, Floatzel could be dead some of the time. I really don't want to see that here, because Floatzel's kind of my only counter to this Flygon here. I do have Water Veil, so I can't get burned, at least. But I need this to not crit and bring me down too low. Hopefully we just see Flamethrower. Alright, Scorching Sand, don't crit. Okay. Alright, so now Ice Punch outspeeds and guarantees KO. Let me see. Yep, so Ice Punch takes this out. Alright, so being at this low HP could be a bit of a problem. Because now Sudowoodo comes in, and I believe it sees... it KOs with all of its moves, unfortunately. And that's not great because I need to counter this with my... with my Magneton. 3 out of the 4 moves are perfectly fine. The problem is if it goes for submission. I think with my HP on my Magneton here, if it goes for submission, it's fine as long as it doesn't crit. If it does crit, My Magneton's just dead. But it's very, very low odds. It needs to get a 1 in 4 to roll the submission, and then it needs to get a 1 in 16 crit. So, yeah, not super likely. It's 1 in 64. So, if we don't see submission, we're perfectly fine to always live even a crit. Alright, so no submission, please. Okay. Oh, God. No crit. Don't crit. Oh, my gosh. Oh. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, well, now at least I live and I just outspeed and KO this thing with Flash Cannon. It doesn't have any priority moves, so... Ugh. What a pain. Alright. Alright, VV goes down. A little sketchy there. But we should be fine at this point. So we got one more. We got the boss of the family. We got Jima. Alright, so Winstrates Vicky is the last one up. She only has 2 Mons, but the first one is a Mega Medicham. So, this is where we're going to do a little bit of... We're going to break this Medicham's ankles a little bit. So, right now, so the way the game works is... Anytime the AI has a Mega Pokemon, the first turn it's out, it doesn't see that it has Mega Evolved yet. So it'll roll its moves just as a regular Medicham. And right now, as a regular Medicham, my Obstagoon outspeeds and always KOs with Facade. So this Medicham has Fake Out. So while it does see a KO with high jump kick, it sees that right now it's technically slower, and it's gonna think, "Oh, I'm about to die. I need to use Fake Out to do some damage before I go." Once it's Mega Evolved, it will outspeed. So what should happen? I don't want to detect the Fake Out. What should happen is it should Fake Out, and I should flinch. That's what should happen. So hopefully that happens here. So let's see Fake Out. Perfect? Yeah, exactly. Alright, so now the Medicham does outspeed, and it sees, oh, high jump kick kills this thing 3 times over. I'm gonna murder this thing with high jump kick. However, I have detect, which means that it'll crash and lose 50% of its HP from the crash. So we're gonna do that here. So we protect. It's gonna crash, lose half its health. And now that it's lost half its health, it's gonna go for high jump kick again, but Guts boosted Sucker Punch does more than half and guarantees kills this Medicham. So we broke its ankles. Alright, so now all that's left here is a Crocodile. And I believe at this HP, it should only see a KO with Earthquake. And I don't die to Pursuit. Let me just triple check that here. Let's see. Yeah, so it should be guaranteed Earthquake. So I'm going to swap to Vivillon on the guaranteed Earthquake. Perfect. Now it sees that its highest damaging move on my Vivillon is Crunch. So I'm going to swap to... let's see. I might have to do 2 swaps, because Fake Out into Sky Uppercut is not always a guaranteed kill. So let's see here. I had to have hold a Cherry Berry because of that paralysis. So let me see here. Yeah, I think I should be fine with 2 crunches. Maxwell Crunch crit does 48. Yeah, I would be dead to only 2 Maxwell crits, which is very unlikely. So let's swap onto one of the crunches here. Alright. So we'll fake it out. Do a little chip. Ooh, critical hit. Ooh, actually, hold on. Since that fake out crit, I think now Sky Uppercut is a guaranteed KO. Because minimum fake out crit does 30. And minimum Sky Uppercut does 122. So 122 plus 30, that's 152, which is 1 HP point over 151, which is Crocodile's max HP. Yeah, so Sky Uppercut should be a guaranteed KO now. That was a very, very fortunate fake out crit there. Yep, perfect. Alright, and with that, the Winstrates have all been taken down. Alright, and now, because they're defeated, I now get the Go Goggles, which allows me to have access to the desert. Alright. A little sketchy there. I really should have equipped a muscle band on Float Soul. But, I mean, we made it out okay. It's definitely a lot sketchier than I had anticipated, but it's all good. Alright, so with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and end things there for today, just because I do got work soon, so I need to get ready for that. But appreciate everyone who tuned in. I might stream on later tonight after I'm off work, or maybe tomorrow morning, if not. But yeah, appreciate everyone who watched. I hope everyone has a great rest of your day. I'll see everyone next time.